Heroes of Dominion, gather close, Zeus has returned with another strategic deep dive. Electra might look straightforward, but her best team compositions are anything but. Today I'm breaking down the builds that make her unstoppable, and one lineup in particular might become your new secret weapon in Arena. The first team I want to showcase is built around Electra with Merlin, Nebula with Cain, Orion with Chorus, Augustus with Biscuit, and Aidan with Albus. The team pet is Chorus. For this setup, I'm using the new war flag of Vanguard because it heals Electra every 4 seconds for around 100,000 health. That constant healing makes a massive difference for her survivability, especially during the moments when she's absorbing huge bursts of incoming damage. This team has very strong synergy. Electra absorbs the damage, and with Aidan and Nebula behind her, her shield becomes significantly bigger. The bigger her shield, the stronger the final explosion, making her damage spikes extremely dangerous. Orion's artifact also plays a major role here. It boosts magic damage, helping Electra's explosion go through defensive setups while also supporting her second skill, where she receives additional healing. Even though Electra is capable of dealing huge damage in this team, the primary damage dealers remain Orion and Augustus. I run Augustus with Biscuit specifically to counter Sebastian's shield. In the footage, you'll see that this lineup can handle Isaac teams. It's not a guaranteed 100% win rate, because nothing truly is, but the accuracy is high enough to consistently beat many Isaac variations. Electra holds the frontline damage extremely well, giving the rest of the team the time they need to break through. In the arena, I fought multiple Isaac teams, and this lineup repeatedly managed to take them down. If you replace Nebula with Polaris, your probability of beating Isaac teams increases even further. Polaris brings more disruption and more pressure, which gives Electra, Orion, and Augustus an even smoother path to victory. This team also performs very well against two popular teams right now, Lyria with Lara Croft, and the Galahad-Lyria-Tristan lineup. Think of this team as a modern version of the old Dante-Orion-Augustus compositions. But because Lyria is now in the game, Dante can no longer protect Orion and Augustus with dodge alone. Electra takes over Dante's role, and she does it better in this current meta. However, this team does have weaknesses. It fails against Rufus teams because it simply cannot kill Rufus. It also loses to Krista Cascade teams, where the sustained control and damage cycle overwhelm Electra's team. Which brings us to the second team. At first glance, it looks identical to the first one, but there's a key difference. Here we use Cascade instead of Nebula. And the reason I don't treat this as a simple variation is because Cascade completely changes the team's behavior. The entire battlefield shifts into a much more magic-heavy environment, and that alone transforms how the fights play out. This version has one major advantage over the first team: it can kill Rufus teams. Cascade's ultimate prevents Rufus from resurrecting, and this detail turns what was previously a guaranteed loss into a winnable matchup. On top of that, this lineup performs better against Cascade Krista teams. The win rate still isn't extremely high, it sits around a 50-50 split. But at least with this version you avoid being a free target to those specific teams, which is already a significant improvement in arena stability. With Cascade added to the roster, the entire team becomes more aggressive. You will notice a clear increase in total damage, especially during explosive moments where Cascade, Orion, and Augustus chain their skills together. However, this also comes with downsides. Because Cascade adds even more magic damage to the battlefield, Isaac ramps up faster. That means Isaac-based teams become more dangerous, and Electra loses the additional magic boost she used to receive from Nebula. Without Nebula's support, both Electra's damage and her healing output are noticeably lower compared to the first setup. so this second team is stronger in some matchups and weaker in others. It brings more aggression, more pressure, and the ability to defeat Rufus. But you trade away some of the consistency, sustain, and magic control you had with Nebula. The third team is the one that originally gave me the most impressive results when I first started testing Electra. This lineup is built as a defensive team, and in the beginning it performed incredibly well. I had a lot of defenses with it, and for a while players simply couldn't break through. But, as always happens, the meta adjusted and players eventually figured out how to counter it. The team composition is Electra with Merlin, Julius with Oliver, Guus with Fenris, Augustus with Biscuit, and Aidan with Albus. I also experimented with some variations, specifically replacing Augustus with Polaris. That change performed surprisingly well against several popular teams in today's meta, especially those relying on disruptive openings or heavy burst pressure. Polaris brings control that helps stabilize the front line, and gives Electra more breathing room. However, this defensive setup comes with a very clear weakness: Amira. This team consistently loses to Amira-based, tanked teams. Amira's mechanics directly punish magic-focused lineups like this one, and once she activates her skills, your entire formation loses momentum. Even with Julius holding the front line, and Guus offering support, the team struggles to recover when Amira disrupts their flow. So overall, this third team shines as a defensive option, especially in early testing and against many standard meta lineups. But its vulnerability to Amira makes it less reliable long-term, and that's something you must keep in mind when choosing where and when to use it. The fourth team that performs surprisingly well features Electra with Merlin, Amira with Oliver, Aidan with Albus, Polaris with Mara, and for the fifth slot you can use either Folio or Lilith. Both variations delivered solid results, but there's a specific issue with Folio: sometimes his clones absorb too much incoming damage, which prevents Electra from taking enough hits to charge her shield properly. That reduces the final explosion, and lowers the overall impact of the team. Because of that, I feel this team still has more potential, and the ideal fifth hero might be someone else entirely. Maybe after this video the community will experiment further and find a better combination. The logic behind pairing Amira with Electra is actually very clever. Electra absorbs huge amounts of damage, while Amira barely loses health. That means Amira maintains her hurricane strength throughout the entire fight, allowing her damage to stay consistently high. When Amira keeps that buff active, her damage output becomes extremely dangerous. Amira also provides protection for Electra through her second skill, Desperate Fury. This ability increases the team's critical hit chance, but more importantly, it causes enemy heroes to miss their attacks. So even though the fifth hero might need more testing, the core synergy between Electra and Amira is very powerful. One holds the damage, the other keeps her damage buffs intact, and together they create a stable, high-pressure magic team. So Guardians, the takeaway is simple: Electra can shine in multiple roles, but each team comes with its own strengths and weaknesses. Whether you prefer stability, aggression, defense, or clever Amira synergy, there's a version here that fits your playstyle and the current arena meta. Let me know in the comments which team you'll try first, or if you've discovered an even better combination. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss my next breakdown. Stay sharp, heroes, salute and friendship.